If you've ever wondered what it's really like to live in Huntington Beach, let me give you an insider's perspective and share the true pros and cons of calling Surf City, USA home. As a longtime resident who raised my kids here, I've experienced it all. The beauty, the surprises, and the not so glamorous parts that come with coastal living. And while it's easy to paint a rosy picture of this stunning beach town I call home, I'm not here to gloss things over or give you a postcard version of reality. As a local real estate agent, I don't just want to sell you on Huntington Beach. I want you to have the full picture. Whether you're thinking of moving here, investing, or just curious about what life is really like, I believe it's important to understand both the highlights and the trade-offs. So today, I'm giving you just that, the full, honest look at what it's like to call Huntington Beach home. Now, let's dive in, starting with the pros. The beach is an obvious highlight, and it truly never gets old. Huntington Beach offers nearly 9.5 miles of uninterrupted coastline, making it the longest stretch of open sand in Orange County, with year-round surf that draws wave riders from around the world. Whether I'm watching surfers carve through the swells by the pier, taking my dog for a walk along Dog Beach, or simply walking along the shore with my toes in the sand and taking in the blazing sunset, the ocean is always there, calming, energizing, and grounding all at once. The vibe here is unmatched. This town is relaxed in the best way possible. You'll find residents greeting one another on the street, shopping for groceries and flip-flops at Trader Joe's, and gathering around beach bonfires after dark to roast marshmallows and listen to the waves. There's a sense of connectedness where you can unwind with friends anytime, and that open-hearted energy is woven through the entire community. Speaking of community engagement is very real. You can hit the world-famous US Open surfing competition, shop the Tuesday night farmers market on Main Street, or cheer at the legendary 4th of July parade. These events aren't just for tourists, they're for us. That kind of hometown pride builds lasting connections, and local businesses benefit too, because people choose to shop local, cheer local, and support local. Another fantastic thing about living in Huntington Beach is that the weather is nearly perfect. Think sunny days in the 60s to mid 80s year-round. There's no shoveling snow out of your driveway in the winter, and there's no sweltering humidity in the summer. It's just coastal bliss 365 days a year. Though there is one caveat. If you live near the water, be prepared for what locals call May gray and June gloom. During the months of May and June, the marine layer blankets the coast, creating a thick morning mist until early afternoon. But once it clears, it's sunshine central. For food lovers, Huntington Beach is full of flavor and surprises. You've got fresh fish tacos at Poke Bowls at Bear Flag Fish Company, a local favorite. Then there's authentic Italian pizza at Nardo in Pacific City that tastes like it's straight out of Naples. If you're craving sushi, head to Sushi on Fire in downtown on Main Street, where they serve up creative rolls in a fun, high-energy atmosphere. And when it comes to fine dining, there are a few hidden gems you might not expect. One of my favorites is Blue Gold, which offers elevated coastal cuisine with stunning ocean views that make every meal feel like a special occasion. And tucked behind an unmarked door inside Blue Gold is LSXO, a discreet, locals-only kind of spot. It's an intimate speakeasy-style Vietnamese restaurant with bold flavors, dim lighting, and a totally unique vibe that makes every meal feel like a special occasion. And if you're in the mood for Mexican, check out Mark Wahlberg's new restaurant, Flecha. It's a modern Mexican kitchen and tequila bar with a lively, stylish setting and a menu that goes way beyond your typical taco night. Think wood-grilled meats, fresh ceviche, house-made tortillas, and an impressive selection of tequilas and craft cocktails. Whether you're out for a fun night with friends or looking to elevate your margarita game, Flecha delivers the flavor with a splash of Hollywood cool. Another thing I love about living in Huntington Beach is how effortless it is to host guests. When friends or family come to visit, there's no need for a packed itinerary. We just stroll down to the beach, wander Main Street, grab dinner at Pacific City, and suddenly it feels like a mini vacation without ever leaving town or even getting in the car. It's always relaxed, fun, and always makes a lasting impression. Speaking of which, walkability is rare in Southern California, but Huntington Beach pulls it off. I can walk to yoga, grab a coffee, pick up groceries, and head to the beach, all without ever getting in my car. And if I want to drive, the city's straightforward grid layout makes getting around easy and stress-free. Plus, residents enjoy discounted annual parking passes for beach parking, a small perk that makes living here feel even more special. Now, sunsets deserve their own category. They're breathtaking and magical. I love the palm tree silhouettes, pastel skies, and the ocean catching the light just right. Even after more than 20 years, I still stop and stare in awe, completely mesmerized, like I'm seeing it for the very first time. And when it comes to surf culture, it is more than just fun branding in this town. It's woven into the very identity of Huntington Beach. Even for locals like me who don't surf, it's a beautiful part of the backdrop that gives this place its unique spirit and personality. You see it everywhere, from the surf shops and murals to the laid-back style of the people. Downtown Main Street is our own version of Times Square, though it's not flashy or over the top, but instead a true laid-back gathering place that reflects who we are: casual, creative, and community-driven. Now, if you're a dog lover, Huntington Beach is pretty much a pet paradise. From the iconic dog beach where pups can run leash-free in the surf, to trail parks and outdoor restaurants that welcome furry friends, this town goes all in on being pet-friendly. Places like Park Bench Cafe even have a dog menu, and you can stroll through Pacific City or grab a bite on a restaurant patio without ever needing to leave your pup behind. And for a next level treat, there's Top Dog Barkery, part boutique, part bakery, and part pup spa, complete with a wash station and stylish gear. In Huntington, dogs aren't just allowed, they're embraced. Safety is another major plus. Crime rates in Huntington Beach are consistently below national averages. Neighborhoods are calm, families walk at night, and kids play in front yards. There's just a sense of calm that's increasingly rare in large urban areas. The variety of housing options in Huntington Beach make it a place for every stage of life. From charming beach cottages and multi-million-dollar waterfront estates to suburban neighborhoods with top-rated schools and active 55-plus communities, there's truly something for everyone. Whether you're a first-time buyer, growing your family, downsizing, or planning your retirement, Huntington Beach offers a lifestyle and a home that fits. Now let's talk about events. From the US Open of Surfing to the Pacific Air Show, which holds a special place in my heart since both of my children serve in the Air Force and I never miss the Thunderbirds, flying in perfect formation, to summer concerts on the sand, there's always something happening, and most of it is free and outdoors. These events bring the community together and serve as a reminder of just how connected this place really is and how often the best things in life are truly free. Proximity is another one of those advantages that does not get enough attention. Huntington Beach is just 35 miles south of Los Angeles, where you can catch a Lakers game at the Crypto.com Arena or see a music concert at the Hollywood Bowl. Head 90 miles south and you are in San Diego, where you can explore the world-famous San Diego Zoo, SeaWorld, or go whale watching off the coast of La Jolla. Huntington Beach is perfectly positioned for quick weekend getaways to major cities, but truthfully, most days you will not even want to leave because everything you need is already right here. And when it comes to healthcare, education, and public amenities, they're all top-notch. We've got good hospitals nearby, multiple parks and recreation centers, and of course, the International Surfing Museum and Huntington Beach Art Center add cultural richness. Now, while it's easy to highlight everything that makes Huntington Beach so special, I also want to give you the full, honest picture. So let's take a look at a few of the cons. One of the more visible downsides to living in Huntington Beach is the power plant. The original facility, with its towering stacks, has long been considered an eyesore along the otherwise scenic coastline. For years, there was talk of demolishing it, and recently a new, more modern plant was built just steps away. But instead of replacing the old one, both now stand side by side. So instead of getting rid of the industrial visual clutter, we ended up with two power plants on prime coastal real estate, a frustrating outcome for many residents who had hoped for a cleaner, more aesthetically pleasing shoreline. Cost of living can be another concern, as it is high compared to most cities in the country. Huntington Beach costs roughly 65% than the national average and about 10% more than the California average. Median home prices hover well over $1.2 million, and rent for a small one-bedroom averages around $2,200 per month. Additionally, groceries, utilities, insurance, they all come with a premium price tag too. You're paying for the lifestyle, and it requires the income to support it. Let's talk tourists. Tourist crowds can also be a challenge for residents, especially since they tend to flood the beaches in downtown throughout much of the year, particularly in the summer, during major events, and around the winter holidays. While this influx is great for local businesses, it can take away from the small town community feel that many locals cherish. Noise levels can spike too, especially near the pier, along Main Street, or during big weekend events. If you live close to downtown, you'll likely hear the crowd's live music and even occasional fireworks. And while that energy can be fun, for those who prefer peace and quiet, it might feel more overwhelming than exciting on certain nights. Another aspect of Huntington Beach that sparks mixed feelings is the presence of offshore oil rigs and onshore pump jacks, particularly visible along Pacific Coast Highway near Bolsa Chica. These oil operations date back to the early 20th century, when Huntington Beach experienced an oil boom that helped shape its economy and development. While they're a reminder of the city's rich history and contribution to California's oil industry, today you'll find approximately 200 onshore pump jacks lined up in 2 rows stretching for over a mile just south of Bolsa Chica. These sit between Golden West Street and Sea Point Street along Pacific Coast Highway, converging at the Huntington Beach production unit. The rigs can detract from the otherwise stunning coastal views. For some, they serve as industrial relics. For others, they're a visual blemish on an otherwise picturesque drive. Although the rigs are still active, there has been ongoing debate about their environmental impact and the future of oil drilling along the California coast. When it comes to public transportation, public transit is not a strong point here. In fact, it's practically non-existent. Huntington Beach is a car-dependent city. While there are buses, they're not convenient for day-to-day commuting, and for non-drivers, getting around often means long waits or multiple transfers. The upside is that the city is flat and bike-friendly. So, for example, my kids had a sense of freedom and independence from a very young age, riding to the beach, parks, or friends' houses on their own. Natural hazards can also be a concern. While wildfires are rare on the coast, earthquakes and occasional oil spills are possibilities. City services and coastal protections exist, but it's part of living in California. When it comes to local politics, political tension over housing has been brewing in Huntington Beach. The city's current stance on affordable housing mandates has led to lawsuits with the state, and some residents worry that tension could stall new development or shift the city's character. This creates an affordability gap that affects younger and lower income residents. With strict credit requirements, housing prices high, and rents rising, it's tough for middle income or younger people to get a foothold without partners, parents, or roommates to help. So what does this all mean? Huntington Beach delivers a coastal lifestyle and laid-back living with beautiful beaches, vibrant surf culture, community spirit, walkability, and an endless soundtrack of waves and sunsets. But it's not perfect. It comes with a high price tag, seasonal crowds, and some visual eyesores. But if you can overlook these flaws, it can be a great place to call home. So what do you love or dislike most about Huntington Beach? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and whether you're thinking about moving here, planning a visit, or just daydreaming from afar. As a local real estate agent and longtime resident, I love sharing the kind of perspective that only comes from truly living in and being part of this community. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or simply exploring what life could look like along the coast, I'd love the opportunity to guide you through the process with a personalized strategy designed to help you make your next move with confidence. Let's connect soon. Until next time, I'm Mercedes Shaffer, bringing you the best in the OC.